Well, welcome back, subscribers, to another Friday the 13th episode review. Um, I was going to do one last week, but got a little busy. Um, so it is now 2018, so Happy New Year to everyone. Um, so today's review of Friday the 13th is episode 14, Bedazzled. Um, A little side note before I get into the episode. This was co-written by Alfred Soul. Alfred Soul, you may remember, or you may not know, directed Alice Sweet Alice, and this is directed by Alexander Singer. Another side note on the side is this episode is about these two um, treasure or these two guys that are on a ship and they're looking for a lantern. Um, they're looking for treasure. They already have the lantern. In the beginning of the episode, it has Alan Jordan, who plays Noah, and David Muick. He played in Prom Night, the original Prom Night. Um, are have another guy with him, and they find this treasure, so they go on the ship, and they open it up, and Joan or Noah, the Alan Jordan, um, he doesn't want to share it, but he with three people. So he ends up using the lantern, which it kills the person, and so basically he opens up the lantern, and a big bright light shines on somebody and kills them. Um, and which is an interesting part is that this is the first time where uh, Ryan and Jack are actually there on the ship waiting so they can get the lantern. Usually, it's them trying to get the object throughout the episode, but they end up getting the cursed object, the cursed lantern, and in the meantime, they go back to their store and they put it in the vault. And uh, Jack and Ryan are going to a astronomers convention, so Mickey stays behind, and during the time it's like really windy and real rainy outside. So they asked her if she's gonna be okay. She says yeah. So a friend comes over, calls her up, and says can she watch her her nephew Richie, and because one of her friends is in labor, so she ends up dropping off um, Richie and Mickey babysits. So in the process, um, these two guys go. They know they follow. They kind of like follow them because it shows like on the close up of the license plate. So they follow them and they go end up going to the store because the one guy Noah says he used to be called Louis Vanderdee's antique store. Um, so they get in anyway. They go to cut the phone line because somebody's working on the phone line and ends up cutting the phone line. So then they get in the place and then they start going down in the vault to open it up. So basically, you get pretty much the premise of this. Um, so then um, a cop comes following around because sees that the wire's been cut over the telephone wires, and he ends up going to the front door and knocking on it and seeing if he can see if everything's right. So one guy, David Muick, he didn't. He said, "Yeah, everything's all right," but the cop doesn't believe him. Can break in the door and shoots him. So then, pretty much that's pretty much the setup. And then as it follows, um, he hears that the Noah throws Mickey and Richie into the vault, goes in there and takes care of the police officer, and then they end up using the lantern to uh, so he can see it and then not see them when he opens back up the vault to get to them, and then they end up knocking down and so on and so forth. So basically, towards the end of the episode, they end up killing the guy because he tries to grab the lantern after he fell off of the balcony, and he tries to use the lantern, and Mickey uses it like a mirror, and it bounces off and hits him and kills him. And the one cool part about towards the end of the episode is when Jack and Ryan come back from the astronomers convention. They asked how Mickey had her night and all that. So she said, "Oh, you'd be surprised." And then her friend comes back in and said, "Rich, uh, did you have fun with Richie and all that? And he said, next time don't tell him all the stories about pirates coming in there and whatnot and all that stuff. So, and then Jack and Ryan start looking at each other, and she starts walking up the stairs and says, "Kids." I mean, that's pretty cool. That pretty much is the episode. I give Bedazzled 3.5 stars. It's pretty good show episode. Um, so yeah, I mean that's the episode 14. So the next video will be episode 15, and that is Vanity's Mirror. Um, that's a really good, great episode. That video will be up tomorrow. Glad you're still subscribed to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments below if you have any, and you'll see the next review will be tomorrow.